Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello everyone and good morning all of you. This is Ashima, your current affairs and banking awareness faculty on Entry platform, and in this video I'll be talking with you about all the major news events that have happened in the past day, and we'll be talking about all the news events which are important from examination point of view. And this whole video is going to be a theory video so that you can cover more news events in lesser time. And for those who want to practice the questions after the session, you can go to Entry app and practice the live quiz, which is completely free of cost. So you can go to Entry app. It's a hardly 15-minute quiz and it will help you keep in touch with the questions that are being framed from current affairs. Let's begin the discussion on the news events right now. And the first news event is related to India Size Project. Now, when we all purchase garments, when the size chart we see, sometimes the size charts are not as per the Indian people. So, this whole new project has been started by the government of India, and in that the project initiative is being taken by Ministry of Textiles along with National Institute of Fashion Technology, which is of New Delhi, and they are going to develop Indian size charts which are based on the body measurements of Indian population, so that when you order online or when you are purchasing from outside, you can have a proper garment which is made fit for Indian body shapes and sizes. So there are about approximately 25,000 people who are going to be taken into consideration, or they are the people whose measurements are going to be taken, and they are from the age group of 18 to 65. From 18 to 65 year of age, 25,000 people are going to be taken from 6 different regions, that being New Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Hyderabad, Kolkata, and Shillong. So all the regions, from 6 regions, 25,000 people, and from that an average size is going to be released out as per this project. Then we have a Manthan 2021 hackathon. This is a hackathon which has been jointly launched by Bureau of Police Research and Development and All India Council for Technical Education. Now, they aim to identify innovative concepts and technology solutions to solve the security challenges of the 21st century for all the technology agencies and intelligence agencies. So, it's basically to empower the intelligence agencies. Manthan 2021 hackathon will be from 28th of November to 1st of December, completely an online platform, and the winning team will be receiving 40 lakh rupees as the award money. They will be the aim, or what the targets are going to be, is basically develop solutions for different challenging statements using the new technology. The new technology can be using artificial intelligence, deep learning, machine learning, augmented reality, whatever they feel like. Then we have a few one-liners. Reserve Bank of India has announced to include street vendors of Tier 1 and Tier 2 as identified as a part of PM Street Vendors Atmanirbhar Nidhi as beneficiaries under the Payment Infrastructure Development Fund scheme. So they are already under PM Swanidhi, and those street vendors are now to be included in the PIDF scheme as well. Now, PIDF scheme was initially launched by Reserve Bank of India to encourage the deployment of POS machines or infrastructure in both physical as well as digital mode. PIDF scheme was initially for only Tier 3 to Tier 6. Tier 6. Now, Tier 1 and Tier 2 centers, street vendors are also to be included. And that does not mean that Tier 3 to Tier 6 will not be included. They are still included. What is the corpus amount of this fund? This fund scheme has a corpus of 345 crore rupees. Reserve Bank of India has approved the appointment of Hitendra Dave as the Chief Executive Officer or CEO of HSBC Bank recently, and this is for a period of 3 years, which will be effective from 24th of August. Ujjivan Small Finance Bank has named Carol Furtado as the interim CEO. The whole-time CEO, Nitin Chugh, he had resigned recently, so a new CEO on interim basis has been announced, and she has also been appointed as officer on special duty by the bank. Then we have Dubai courts who have announced to set up specialized court which will be focused to tackle money laundering cases within the court of first instance and court of appeal. So specialized courts are going to be created by Dubai, and the court will be associated with various initiatives to reduce the financial crimes and also follow the recent establishment of executive officers of anti-money laundering and countering the finance terrorism. India has been elected as a member of two major bodies of UPU or Universal Postal Union. Those two bodies being Council of Administration and Postal Operations Council. So we were already a part of. Currently, we were already a part of UNSC, and now we have become a part of Universal Postal Union as well. Now, in the South Asian Oceania region, India has received the highest votes in Council of Administration, and in postal operations also we have won in the voting, because this was all a voting method. The meeting which was organized, that was in 27th UPU conference, which was in Cote d'Ivoire recently. E-Shram portal, which has been launched by Minister for Labour and Employment, that is Bhupendra Yadav ji. The first of all, Minister of Labour, that is Bhupendra Yadav ji. And this portal has been launched, which will allow linking unorganized workers with social security schemes that are framed by central and state governments. So every unorganized worker who will register on E-Shram portal will be getting 2 lakh rupees accidental insurance cover on death or permanent disability, and 1 lakh for partial disability. And on registration, the worker will also be getting an e-Shram card which will have a 12-digit unique number. So there's going to be a 12-digit unique universal account number, or UAN. That's going to be a unique number, and with this UAN, they'll be able to access the benefits of various social security schemes using this card anywhere. So it will be a creation of national database of unorganized workers. Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, M.K. Stalin ji, has announced a welfare package worth 317.40 crore rupees for welfare of Sri Lankan Tamil refugees who are living in the state camps. Now, talking about this fund which has been created, they will be providing housing and infrastructure facilities to all the Sri Lankan refugee camps which are there in the state. And in that, they will be improving infrastructure, they will be providing the education and employment opportunities, and also help in increasing their living standards. And definitely basic amenities are also included. Shri Basavalinga Pattadavaru, he is a senior seer in Balaki Hiremath. He has been selected for Shri Basava International Award by the Karnataka government. Third Gandhi, which is an annual counter-terrorism exercise, is being conducted by National Security Guard at NCR, UP, Madhya Pradesh, and Gujarat. This exercise is being conducted recently for the security guard, and that being that they are going to help in we can say enhancing their training in terms of hijacking and all the things that NSG is responsible for. Indian Military and Technical Forum Army 2021 has been organized in Moscow, Russia from 22nd to 28th of August at Kubinka Air Base and Albano Military Training Grounds. India and UAE have entered into an agreement with aim to enhance academic and cultural ties between them. So, agreement was signed between Indian Council for Cultural Relations and New York University, Abu Dhabi. They have signed to develop a visiting professorship in social science at New York University in Abu Dhabi. What does this whole progress talk about, or what is the purpose of setting up this agreement? The agreement basically wants to set up that India's professors are going to be exchanged, and on a certain timeline basis they'll be sent to Abu Dhabi for teaching as well as for completing their research works. Therefore, it is going to be basically a teacher exchange program between both the countries, as we can see. Then we have Election Commission of India, who has organized systematic voters education electoral participation or sweep consultation workshop. Now, first of all, sweep full form is important. Second of all, the main objective of the two-day workshop is to review the state sweep plans, conduct extensive deliberations on important aspects. Now, sweep program is a flagship program of Election Commission of India for voter education and awareness. So, as a part of this workshop, Chief Election Commissioner, that is Shri Sushil Chandra ji, along with election commissioners Rajiv Kumar ji, launched a few new initiatives, including that the new voters will be sent a personalized letter from Commission when sending out their voter ID cards. Arvind Kejriwal, the Chief Minister of Delhi, he has announced that Sonu Sood will be the brand ambassador of Delhi government's Desh Ke Mentors program as per the recent announcement. So it will be launched by Delhi government. It's a mentor-mentee program for students of government schools. Appointments Committee of the Cabinet ACC, they have extended the tenure of 3 managing directors and chief executive officers recently, that being SS Mallikarjuna Rao, who is currently MD and CEO of Punjab National Bank, AS Rajiv, the current MD and CEO of Bank of Maharashtra, and Atul Kumar Goyal as the current MD and CEO of UCO Bank. Union Minister of Health and Family Welfare, that is Shri Mansukh Mandaviya ji, he has taken over charge as the chairperson of Stop TB Partnership Board. So he has replaced the Union Minister of Health and Family Welfare, the former one, that is Dr. Harshvardhan ji, who was the then chairperson. Now, India's target for ending tuberculosis is 2025, whereas the United Nations target is 2030. Armed force of the country, China, Pakistan, Mongolia, and Thailand, they are taking part in a multinational peacekeeping exercise by the name Shared Destiny 2021. And this exercise is going to be held in China in the month of September. With this, we'll be winding up the segment, and I hope this session has been helpful. We'll see you in the next video with more news events. Till then, goodbye, take care, and have a wonderful day ahead, all of you.